Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Unscripted by Swiflix. My name is Henry, and Marty for short. I'm your host. And don't forget, this show is brought to you by Swiflix Media, a content house in Lagos, Magodo. So on today's episode, I have two lovely guests with me, Franklin and Amy. I would have loved to do the introduction myself, but I'm going to leave them to tell you what they do and do a proper introduction of themselves. So I'll go first with Franklin.
Yes. My name is Franklin Ogona. Um, I'm a creative director. I'm an actor. I'm a maritime professional, and I'm a content creator.
Nice.
Okay, hi, my name is Grace Emesio Kwekpe. I run Graceville Hospitality Co. Limited as a hospitality consultant. I also have subsidiaries in interior design and real estate.
That's great.
Thank you.
Okay, so quickly, I'm going to start off with I don't want to just say them the how it's starting and all of that, but I think this is my favorite part of the show. I get to know how this whole creativity and career path came to life and all of that. So I'm going to start off with Amy quickly. So you share with us how
Okay.
um the creative and all of that I came to life, how it was bettered and all of that. I mean, uh also if there was some sort of triggers and that inspired the whole idea of becoming a creative director and interior designer.
Phew. So if I were to go into the whole gist, I think would need
just
10 hours or more.
a
Okay, an overview, brief
yeah,
overview. Okay. So my career started off as a model.
right.
Yeah, I used to model commercially. I mean, I was on TV. I ran ads for so many brands at the time. Then later on, I started catering. I used to cater at events, celebrity chef cuisines. I was known as celebrity chef. I'm still celebrity chef anyway.
That's
I
great.
cook really good. So from there, I realized I wanted to really do more. I'm a very creative person. I thought that I could do more. And having a background in hospitality management, that's the course I studied in school.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
good.
I decided to do more. So I channeled my energy, resources, creativity into consultancy. And I used to pitch myself to clients, restaurant owners, or even people who don't own a restaurant yet, but are looking to be in that field.
Yeah.
I come to them, I pitch myself, I help them with setup, menu creation, recipe development, even as far as staffing, right? So that was going not so good because, yeah, I was just starting up.
Yeah.
So at some point, I paused and diverted back into catering.
Yeah.
And then I paused again and diverted back into hospitality. And this time around, I landed two clients, one in Akure at the time, and then one in Ikeja. I helped with setting up the restaurants, menu creation, recipe development, staffing, and all of that. And then I knew I wanted more. I'm like I said, I'm one with a very creative eye.
Yeah.
I knew I needed to channel my creative prowess into something more. So I started taking courses on interior design. Because when I come to your space, I don't just want to come in to get stuff for you or to design your menu
Yeah.
or to create recipes for you or to give you marketing strategies. I knew that I could do more to a space than just walking in to I could make it come alive.
Yeah.
And then I started taking course on interior design, and then that's how the journey of interior design, was birthed from
Nice.
hospitality.
Wow.
And then yeah, we're here now.
Uh,
That's pretty much
That's great to know. I almost
that's the journey.
I could give that a round of applause.
Yeah.
Frankly, let's hear your story.
Which of them?
Uh,
It's a it's a whole lot.
the best part you feel like okay, you started from before transitioning into
Okay.
um
I actually started from wanting to be an actor
okay.
and wanting to do films and all of that. But then you know how it is those days now. I started with a theater group. It's called the Pace Setters back then,
Wow.
like '07 or so. So we did a lot of stage and all of that. But then you know when you're like 18 now, they tell you must go to school.
Definitely.
So guess what? I went to school, you know. So I went to a maritime school and then I graduated. I went to sea.
Wow.
I was at sea for about 7, 8 years. But guess what? You know, once you've achieved that, you know, you have the degree now, you're in practice. At some point, I was like, man, I was depressed. I was at sea. I was depressed. I was making good money, but I wasn't. It wasn't me. I felt like I wasn't living the life I wanted to live. So I came back 2018, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. You see this entertainment, you have me now. So this is something I am passionate about.
Wow.
So which is why I say the story long. I started, left it, went to do, you know,
Definitely.
and I'm back to it. Yeah. And then stand-up comedy is something I always do. So it's just, I feel like, you know, entertainment, like being a thespian, it has this embodiment of everything.
Yeah.
So you just, you're here, you're there, you're here, you're there. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. From your stories, like, I mean, the both of you though, like there's a very unique transition in both of them from being like, okay, you started off as a model, even though you studied hospitality in school.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get how, like, okay, why not just going into hospitality from the very first, like in the very first place when you left school, but instead you decide to um go into modeling first before coming back eventually to hospitality, then the interior part of hospitality. So I want to understand like what inspired those transition and all of that.
Okay, so human needs are insatiable.
Okay.
In life, you just want to be better. You want more, more, more. You want to keep hitting different levels, right? So for me, it was hitting different levels. I know that the level I am currently is just the beginning. I've not started. So as a model, how much was I earning? And then at the time I was not even in school.
Wow.
I started modeling like at a very young age. So I was not even in higher institution at the time. So now I had the opportunity to try out different things, explore different industries.
Yeah.
So I was modeling, having fun, but I knew that and there was more to me. More to me than standing in front of a camera, more to me than, staying hours, shooting for really small money. So I needed to channel what I had into something good. So I went to school, and then even the course I studied was not what I went to school to study. Trust me, I did not go to school to study hospitality management. The course I wanted to study, you know, Nigeria happened and I couldn't study the course anymore. I wanted to be an engineer.
Oh.
That has always been my like lifelong dream. I mean, I could still achieve it, but like that's not topic for now. But the course was given to me in school.
Okay.
See, take this course. This is what is available. And then study it. And then at the long run, I found passion in it.
Wow.
I found purpose in it. Moving forward, I was excelling in it. So that was one of the reasons that I told myself, this is for me. This is something I should push, right? So when you're asking how I transitioned, yes, it was just because it was just given to me. And then moving forward, I felt like, okay, I actually have passion for this thing. Okay, I could actually make something out of nothing. Because the course at the time it was looked down on. When you say you are studying hospitality management, say, it's cooking, people are doing there. People are cooking food. People are laying bed. We're teaching us how to even lay bed, how to put pillow in pillowcase. It was very funny at first. But as I, advanced in it, I realized that so much could be done with this course. So I carried it and I studied more on it. And then I became a consultant. I became someone who would go to restaurants and say, this menu would not bring you clients.
Wow.
No, this menu will not sell this space. No, this lighting is not right for this space. No, this staff will ruin your business. No, I became someone who would come into a place and start pitching to them and start making, you can just come out as somebody and say, oh, I have money. I want to set up a restaurant. I mean, you don't know that a restaurant can run into decline in 3 months if you don't know what to do.
Wow.
So I became someone who will come to that space and tell you, okay, do this, do that, do this, do that, so that your business will not run into decline. I just grew myself. I just kept growing and growing and growing. And then that's how the transitioning happened. I became strong in it. I'm still growing. There's room for growth.
Yeah.
But I can say that right now, I know exactly what I'm doing in the hospitality industry and the interior design industry as well.
Wow. That's great. Um, frankly, you said you were on C, and but then you felt. Before I dive into how you felt, you said you were making money,
Yep.
but then you didn't feel. Let me say you felt
You
unfulfilled.
said I was bored.
So you were bored, right?
Yeah.
So was there like a point? Like, was it like a point? Did you see something? Did you, okay, although you were bored, yeah, did you see something that finally helped you make up your mind? Because I believe you were feeling like that for a while, but then maybe probably because we were making good money and all of that, felt like, okay, what's life? As in making money. Once I'm making money, I mean that's like what life is mostly about. But then, was there like something you saw, or was there like probably something happened that you just made up your mind one day and just said like, man, you know what, I'm going back to what I originally wanted to do.
Nothing happened. But here's what, because I'm a passion driven person. I'm not really about, I mean, everybody likes money because 2025 money does it. But I am him whom will walk out on that money you think you want to use to play with me. And I walk out confidently with a big smile. You'll be wondering. So that's the kind of person I am. I didn't grow up as a bad boy. You know what they call bad boys? I used to listen to my mom and dad. So this is what happened. When I wanted to, take filming professionally after secondary school, I wanted to go study theater, probably go to a film school and all of that.
Yeah.
And my father said over my dead body, me, I don't want the man to die. Guess what? He said, go to a marine school or study law. I said, I will go to a marine school. So I did that, out of respect,
Yeah.
of course. But then when I was done with it, I was like, you know what, I'm done. Let me just go. I'm like, cannot come and spend 5 years in marine school and then not use it. Why? So just to get that fulfillment that for the 5 years that has been spent, there is reward for that. So I pursued the career. And when it was time, just like I said, I got bored. My mind was non-stop playing. I write as well. So the creative part of me just took over. And when that spirit came up, I just couldn't say no. So nothing particularly happened. I just decided to leave that space and come to this space. But because I'm a smart Igbo man, I did not totally leave the space. Eh. So what I did was I garnered those experiences in maritime. Then I set up a maritime consulting company. We do procurement, we do chandling, we do vessel brokerage, ship chartering and all of that. So, and that business means I'm here. So I could be here and do my films and not be at sea
Wow.
because the sea took me out. So I found a way to bring myself back. So yeah, I didn't just leave it. I just created it so that it works for me. Because I always tell people, whatever situation you find yourself, customize it to work for you so that when you are outside doing what you want to do, you're not losing out because you've put in work in that, area of life.
All right. So, Amy, as an interior designer, we are going to leave the hospitality part of it after for tells this question, right?
Okay.
But then do you find yourself walking into any space and like, this should be here, that should be this, and I mean I could turn this other part into like this. Like, do you find yourself often doing that when you walk into a space?
As an interior designer, if you're not doing that, are you really an interior designer? Like, are you really one? I mean, just yesterday here, I was with a friend and we walked into a restaurant. I kept looking around, looking around. Like, I was like, this babe, are you all right? Everything okay? What are you observing? And then he clocked it like, oh, interior designer, this is how you people behave. This is how you people behave. So really, anytime I enter a space, I'm mentally moving one thing or the other. Mentally, I'm moving that furniture. to that space, to that place. I'm changing the lighting, the ambient lighting. I'm like, instead of white lights, you should have used one white, instead of that figurine, you should have used that one. So yes, that's I mean,
Definitely
by default.
part of the job.
By default.
Okay, so I'm moving to Franklin. So you say you're a passionate person, right? So can you quickly share with me, like, or share with me and our audience, your early days of, coming back to the industry when you when you eventually decided to go? Because I know that um it takes for you to be a face in the industry to get good payment, right? And like,
Yes.
so I want to know how you scaled through that time of just starting out, trying to make contact and all of that.
Okay, so one thing I would tell you is, and one thing I'll tell every actor, I don't call anybody upcoming.
Okay.
Yeah, say fast rising.
Yeah.
Every fast rising actor,
Definitely.
one thing you need to know is you must know yourself, value yourself, prize yourself before they prize you. So when I came back, when when we started those days now, you follow us now. We used to go to auditions and all of that. So, but then, modern times, you send out monologues and all of that. So, came back, I started going to production houses. I come to your studio, I drop my stuff, I leave, I call, start calling people that I know that I've known before I went back to see that are probably doing something big now in the industry. And I knew myself and I knew the value that I bring. So I was pricing myself before they prize me. So when you say, "Oh, Franklin, please, I would like to have you for a shoot," I say, "Okay, what is it? What are we doing? What is this?" I'm not even in that. So this is our budget. No, when you tell me, I just tell you, what are you offering? You tell me what you're offering. I don't even go further to negotiate with you. I just know. I ask you, how are you distributing? You tell me the movie is going this. I tell you what I'm charging. We're not pricing. You tell me what you can pay. If it's fine by me, I pull up. One thing I've learned is people that treat you poorly are the ones that expect the best out of you.
Definitely. It's always like that.
And you would see people that treat you well, like people that pay you real good, they are easily impressed. And it's not because they value the hard work that you put in. I'll give you an instance. People don't take welfare seriously, right? In entertainment, it's something everybody knows. I'll dress up in my house, leave my house because I'm trying to meet up to your call tag.
Yeah.
Then I get on your set. It is like 12 o'clock. There is no breakfast or whatever is stated in the contract contract that is supposed to be had. And then I'm saying, okay, how far? And somebody is telling me that, oh, we made arrangements, but they are yet to get to the location. I'm like, but your cameras were here.
Exactly.
Your crew members, they go here. You understand? And every other person that is required to let your camera roll easier, apart from that food. And it's not like food is a very big thing. Most times I go and say, I order my food.
Yeah.
I just feel like there are people in that position where, especially these upcoming guys, fast rising guys, even we should stop. Usually these fast rising guys that are taking this thing and it's a career for them. It is how they feed. Sometimes when they come on your set, they want to eat, right? And then it's 12 o'clock. You've not served, there's no welfare, there's none of that. And you're nonchalant about it. You're telling people that, oh, the food is still me here. You see those kind of people. Those people will prize you tea. In fact, what they paid you yesterday, the next time they want to call, they want to bring it up. So when I came, I just understood all that setup. I don't go to everybody's shoot. You call me. I like the way you operate. If I've been to your sets, I won't ask questions. After, have you worked with this person?
Yeah.
Is he good? Because I told you I'm a passionate person. I'm not money driven. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I can literally come to your set and do what I have to do for you at a price that would wow you because it's something I'm passionate about. And I came back, I didn't come back broke. You understand?
Yeah,
So there is a difference between you are doing this as your, ultimate source of livelihood or income, and you are doing this because you are conveniently doing it. I am conveniently in entertainment right now.
Okay.
So it is why it is easy for me to see through the bullshit.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So to summarize your question, or to summarize the answer, I got back. It has not been easy. It's been a lot of, you have to know this person, you have to be calling this person, you have to be greeting this person so that they can be calling you and all that stuff. But you know how it is now. You can't change the industry.
Yeah.
So we're just following up with everyone. Yeah.
So, but then would you advise like full-time actors? You know, we have full-time actors like you said earlier on. There are people that like this is their entire source of living. So what advice would you give to those set of people to better themselves in terms of treatments
Look,
in the industry?
if you are an upcoming actor and this is something you want to do, to advise, get a side. Sorry, Mike. Get a side also that is probably not in entertainment, probably a business or something that you know brings the finances, because sometimes it takes a while.
Yeah.
It takes a while for you to land that big role that will put you there. Sometimes you would have probably done a big film, but it's probably not your time. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If you see the film To Kill a Monkey, a lot of persons were on that film.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Everybody's mentioning a fair boss. The detective guy, I don't know his name. That detective guy.
Yeah.
The man and the woman. Nobody talks about them, but they played a very significant part, and they killed their roles.
Yeah.
Right? They probably will be getting some buzz at this point, but they're not getting their flowers. Do you understand?
How you should come.
Sure.
Yes. So they're in a big production, but they're not. It's not their
They're
time.
not saying, yeah.
Yeah, but they're known. So what I'm trying to say in essence is you might be in a big film, but when it's not your time,
Instead.
it is not your time. And just like that same production, you see the guy, Mr. Williams, yeah?
Yeah.
Williams has been in the industry for like
a very long
30
time,
something years. And
It's funny how that
trust me, most people don't even know this guy.
even me.
Most people don't, even some actors, upcoming fast rising actors don't know this guy. Do you understand? But because it is his time and whatever, I'm sure at some point in his life, his family people will have been like, come on, he's still look for something else. Yeah, almost fist. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get.
Look for something else. So I always tell people, have something else that brings you income while you are chasing your passion.
Definitely.
Right? It can be frustrating at times. Or ultimately, if you feel like you don't want to leave that entire space to go to a different industry, learn a skill that evolves around your talent.
Relates to
So if you're a musician, go and learn production, go and learn sound engineering.
Yeah.
Not only would it help you as an artist, as a musician, for instance, it would also give you money.
Yeah.
Do you get? So that's why when I got back, I was like, you know what, I'm going to learn directing. So I took directing as a job. You know, directing is now.
So if you're not on screen.
So if I'm not on screen and if I'm not on screen, I'm behind the screen or I'm doing my business.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So if you're an actor, learn a skill in entertainment. It will help you. If it doesn't help you, if it doesn't give you money, it will help you better your talent. So imagine these days, I sit down in my house, I mount my lights, mount my camera, shoot whatever, shoot my monologue, I shoot a short film in my house. I just chill. I don't even have to call
Or anywhere.
bro, after I come on this light, stand here. Because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So when that picture comes out, even though it's not something big budget, you could see it, and say, oh, this is nice. And little stuff like that could take you real far.
Yeah, sure. I agree with that 100%. I'm going to move to Amy. So coming back to the hospitality, the cosmetics. Yeah. So like if you walk into like Nigerian restaurants, is it I believe you interact with a lot of Nigerian restaurants and all of that, or maybe not like a whole lot, but a fair number of restaurants. How would you describe like customer experiences like right now compared to like let's say 3 years back?
Customer experiences right now. That would you be talking about the service.
Yeah.
I would say some restaurants are trying. They're trying. It's better than before, but I think we still need to do much more because hospitality is service oriented.
Exactly.
So you need to understand that service is intangible. You cannot separate service from the service provider.
Yeah.
So I know for sure that so many restaurants are trying their best, but it could be better, because I've entered restaurants lately and I see some staff, they're not just supposed to be there. They don't want to be there. Please, if they don't want to be there, let them, be somewhere else. you know. So it's because if somebody is not happy with their job, they will project. So most of these people are probably underpaid or overworked, and then they project it to the customers. So customer experience for me, I would say I'll give it a 70% if we were to judge by percentage. I'll give it a 70 because it is wildly improving. I mean, restaurants are taking leads, putting their staff in trainings and all of that, is making things better in the industry at large. So I'll give it a 70%.
Okay, 70% for right now, right?
Right now, compared to before, it was really bad. Nah.
Now that was why I had to give
Yeah.
you a timeline
Nah.
to
So
say.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But now they're really improving. There's improvement.
All right. Again, I don't want to base this talk on a gender,
Okay.
but then, what's like percentage of client like do you get in terms of like who are all
Someone.
clients?
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean
With
male or
gender,
female? Who? Okay, I think I have more male clients
Okay.
than female clients.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bracket.
Yeah.
Easy.
I work with more men than women
Okay.
generally. Artisans, clients, men.
I think my original question would be like, okay,
Okay.
taking the fact that you are um taking the fact that you are let me not make this sexual or something, but the honest truth, you are a very beautiful, attractive lady,
Okay.
having a whole lot of, male clients and all of that. How do you deal with this client? Still maintaining professionalism. Do you think?
Okay. This is a very sensitive question. Yeah, but I'll be real. Um, brand positioning, for me, it have to deal with how I position myself as a brand. I do not position myself as an object.
Yeah.
I don't come to you as an object. I sell what I'm doing. My work speaks for itself. So you're not coming to me just because she's pretty. No. You see my job and then you like my work and then we work together. I keep it simple. So I think I do very well with dealing with male clients because you can see my work. I let my work speak for itself, and I'm sure not to mix business with pleasure. I make it very clear. My business has a structure. When you come to us, I might not even be the one to respond to you,
Yeah.
because my business is well structured. I send you proposals. We talk via emails. There's no room for the other activities. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I think I'm very professional enough, and I never mix business with pleasure. I make that pretty clear. So I think I handle it pretty well.
All right. That's great.
Yeah.
That's very, very great. Coming back to you, frankly, Nollywood generally, yeah. Um, how well do you think Nollywood has come, like in the space of, let's say, we're in 2025, right? Let's say in the space of 5 years, how well do you think Nollywood generally they've improved on their crafts, picture quality, storytelling, and all of that?
I would say, as far as improvement goes, there are upsides and downsides. Yeah. As far as you picture storytelling, nobody's talking to us. We're up there. But as far as what is it called? The
Execution.
no, we're good. But I mean, we're getting better with the execution. Huh?
Try.
No, it's come on. Hello, stop.
You try.
See, let me tell you, considering where we are coming
Where
from.
we're coming from, exactly.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
We're coming from a system that the structures are individually built by these producers.
Yeah.
So there are some countries you'd go to, they have
Yeah.
there's a government budget.
Yeah, behind it.
There's a government budget for film industry.
Yeah.
We don't have that here. Even if we do have, I don't know.
Friend has been
I
sabotaged.
don't know. Yeah. But because you see these filmmakers are doing this thing for themselves, you need to give them their flowers.
Yeah. So
And now, this is how you would know. How do you do a film from Nigeria and you're doing global top one, top two on Netflix for months if you don't have good story and good picture. It's not a lot of films, but we are still there.
Yeah.
When they want to draw that map of people that have come this far, we are there. Do you understand? But still, the growth of an industry is determined by the purchasing power of the people that they are servicing, right? So we are still in a system where people want to download your movie on Telegram. You understand? Some people know your movie will not come to YouTube. They want to go and be searching for it on YouTube. You know, they want to join that WhatsApp group that somebody will upload it. So you really can't blame the growth of the industry to or liken it to producers or production.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to do business here, right? Executive producers are businessmen. So until we have that already we had big players in the industry and some people's selfishness. I heard the gist, but I was not there. I heard that some people did some things. Netflix say they want to come on, all those on channel consign me.
Yeah.
Never produce one piece. So if you understand that we need those people to look big.
Yeah.
And now we've seen that one of the big players have declined. So it also has affected the growth over the last 1 year. You see our big people that were only doing Netflix.
Yeah.
They are now doing YouTube. but overall, I would say that we are doing well in terms of all of that. Other places that we are lacking, I always tell them, treat your actors right. I told you, I'm a passionate person. I'm in this thing for the passion. So if I see that people that are passionate are coming up to do this and they are not being treated right, and maybe I'm on your set and you're treating me exceptionally, I will come and talk to you. Please. It affects the way I function.
Yeah.
When I see people not being treated right. Especially people that are coming up.
Yeah.
So there is no motivation for them to move forward.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
True, yeah.
80% of people that are pursuing careers in entertainment nowadays is because they are hungry. A lot of them are not really talented.
Wow.
Do you get? A lot of people just feel like, I go fit Dwan. When the time comes to Dwan,
That's very
let me give you a story. I had spoken to a producer. I said, you keep using this guy for extra. Give him a role. Producer came back and told me that. I gave him a lane. Enough he restrict. And this guy, I don't see the guy. This he don't so. Bro, from when would they go audition that year? Now I done this. Now I tell you, I say, boss, get this guy role. Now he said, don't tell. Say I gave him a role. So read script. I don't have his guy far. Yeah, I was like, oh, all those things. Say, may you just come, may you sit down for back, may they just swing their team, may you go house. I'm like,
Are you serious?
you understand? So there's a whole lot of people that are in the industry like that. So, but you will not, because of those people, and not appreciate the people that are coming in for the passion and the talent in all of that. So, to response to your question, the industry has been no why now. I said we are doing big numbers, doing big numbers on all platforms. We are doing big, but we could do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's room for improvement. I definitely agree. Yeah, true. Back to you, Father.
Okay.
So looking at how far you've come with your experiences and all of it, is there one thing that nobody prepared you for, that nobody told you about, that you just, got to experience on the field?
Okay, so for that, I would pick one aspect of my business,
Okay.
which would be interior design. So nobody prepared me for the competition.
Okay.
Nobody prepared me for the pressure to meet up with trends. You can have your own individuality when it comes to styling an apartment or any projects whatsoever. But then there's this trend that clients want I want my house to be this way, this person's place is this, I want no, and then there's no room for individuality. There's no room to explore.
Yes.
People are not open to exploring. So nobody prepared me for that. I mean, I could go on and on, but because of time,
Yeah.
I think I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Franklin, I am looking for the best way to put this, but what do you feel about? I know this will trigger some aspect for you because I have a whenever I think about it myself, I used to feel some type of way, but then I'm just going to leave it to you to see your perspective from this. What do you think about, always bringing, you know, content creators, let's say a popular TikToker or a popular person on Instagram that is not an actor, but because of his numbers, like he finds producers, like people doing it these days, they just bring it and match them off with actors. Sometimes they're even getting a better payment and all of that over an actual actor. What do you feel about, like, what's your take on that?
If I understand your question clearly, you are saying that TikTokers are not actors.
I'm not capitalizing on just TikTokers. I'm capitalizing on influencers, like,
So you say influencers
generally. I'm not saying they are not actors. Again, I'm not saying they are not actors because we find this actors, even on TikTok, right?
Your shoes, they are
That's what
assets.
that's what I'm saying. Influencers. I'm using the word influencer this time. We have. I'm coming. Let me just don't confuse. Don't put words in my mouth. There are some actors. Yeah, they are very popular on TikTok and they are content creators as well. Do you get? But there are a lot of influencers that are not actors. They don't have acting
Acting
experience
background.
and all of that. Okay, so I mean they could work their way through at some point, but this is not why a director or a producer is bringing them on set. Some producers are bringing influencers on set just because of the numbers these people have on a particular platform.
Okay,
So that's my own question. Yeah, so what's your take on that?
So you must understand one thing. Every filmmaker is a businessman, right? And for you to do numbers, you have to show potentials that will bring numbers, right? We're sadly in a time where you could trend for not wearing boxers, and tomorrow you are a celebrity. You have an audience.
Yeah.
In fact, people will now start not wearing boxers because of you. You have a community. Somebody just launched a university. You heard.
Yeah.
So when you as a filmmaker, you're trying to appeal to a certain audience, especially when you do a film that appeals to a demography of people, it is not a bad decision to put anybody that would make your film sell, because you're trying to make money at the end of the day, right? But I don't particularly feel bad when we have those people on set. I feel like anybody who is passionate about anything that they are doing, content and skit making is also not easy. A lot of people have tried it and failed. Some people came with money safe.
Yeah.
But when you watch their skits, you're going to laugh. And it takes a certain level of talent. So you're not going to laugh, sorry. It takes a certain level of talent for you to even produce skits consistently, or be consistent with a particular character or persona that you're trying to build around social media and make it sell. So, in as much as you as an actor doesn't feel good about that decision, it is still a thing, and we still also have to encourage those um content creators that are being put in projects, or those TikTokers that are being put in projects, because they are putting in work to do whatever they are doing that has given them the numbers to enable them, the enablement to come to this side. But the problem I have is, you don't come and put somebody in your film and the person cannot deliver, but he's just there because he's so and so of TikTok.
Yeah.
I would laugh at you as a producer. I don't care how much you're making from the film. Do you get? So when you bring these people, make sure that they are showing the required amount of talent. And there's a whole lot of them that can do that.
Okay. All right. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. So, moving on. I'm going to. This is my final question for you guys, but I'm going to start off with Amy first.
Okay.
What is one thing you would advise, like, anybody that is trying to go into, the interior space? It's like something you didn't know about. Although I asked you something similar, but then this is you giving an advice to an aspiring person out there that, okay, I would like to go into the interior design space and
Okay.
probably even going to the hospitality aspect of the interior design and all of that, what is one advice you would give to that kind of individual?
One advice, one short phrase. Study to show yourself approved. Gain knowledge. You need to know. You need the technical know-how. You cannot be in a space where you don't have idea what is going on. People will ride you. People would use you. And people will be very hard to control. You would not be able to control, the people that work with you because you do not have knowledge of that thing in particular. So I would say study, read, learn. It is a learning process. Learning does not end in any type of business you find yourself in, any business scheme, any business frame. You need to learn, keep learning, take the courses, read the books, find mentors, follow pages, similar people that you think are doing better than you in that field. Follow them. No man is an island. You cannot know it all.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
That's great. For Franklin, I would say, what is one thing? Let me not say one thing. Um, is there anything you feel that you, with all the experiences you've acquired now, with the contacts and everything, that at this point where you are right now, is there one thing you would have done differently in your early days as an actor?
So when we started, yeah, it was really about going to auditions, just like I mentioned earlier. Yeah, definitely. If I had known earlier, I would have been doing things differently. I would not be going to all those auditions to be. Yes, 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 yes. You see the power of a decent monologue, right?
Yeah.
I've had a scenario where the producer wanted somebody for the film. The executive producer wanted somebody for the film, but the producer whom he hired is a guy of his words. So he says, if your guy merits it, I would give him the role. But I'm also considering other people. They don't to the guys send monologue. That monologue, you hear generator sound inside. You hear like all the every sound in his environment was in that monologue. It was hard to actually even hear what the guy was saying. And it's just those little things, right? Then boom, one random guy sent his own monologue. Monologue was crisp, but the guy was delivering, everything was good. It was easy to even tell the EP, see the person where you say make I give role. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So sometimes it goes beyond your talent. That goes beyond I am good. It's about how you now sell yourself as an actor. Do you understand?
Yeah.
How do you position yourself? How do you speak? How do you interact? How do you there's one word I'm looking for. For pigeons that they call them package. How do you package yourself? How do you package yourself as an actor? Because things like that really, really take you far.
Matters.
But a lot of people don't know. Starting up as an upcoming actor, because you are creative, we deal with everybody, you are free, there is a way you would sell yourself. Because the truth is, we live in a culture where people, once you give too much, they don't see the value.
Sure.
These days, I walk into a room and I keep quiet. You know me before now. I the vibe. And the sad part is, I the vibe and I the intelligent. So you look if you compress my eyes.
Exactly. Yeah.
But these days, I just go in and I sit down and I observe. I don't want you to know me until there is need to
know.
And when the time comes, you would know that, oh, this is the individual that was here since. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So as an upcoming actor, my advice for my advice for upcoming actors or fast rising actors is know yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you engage, the way you pursue your career. You need to find purpose first. Another thing again is monologue. Be sending it to. Let me tell you a story. There's a guy called, Loj now. He's a singer.
Loj, yeah.
Yeah.
Loj said he was shooting 60 videos every day. Like, he wasn't signed. Like, he's an independent artist.
Like a
Very
very
popular, yeah.
kind of.
Loj was posting 60 videos every day on TikTok.
Quite a lot.
Loj said, I would play my song and I would record for like 3 hours and dance and vibe to it and then start cutting it and post 60 videos a day for 4 months. The algorithm will hear your name. I don't care what the algorithm is doing. One of those times, one of your video will enter where it's supposed to enter. So as an upcoming actor, some people feel too big to do monologue stuff. Yeah. There are some people they list. Just post something, cargos. Some people will say, and I mean they won't use trend. Who you be? Who you be? Somebody has coughed out budgets to shoot a full film. They say, okay, we want talent. Do a monologue or just do something, introduce yourself on your own page and tag us. I mean, with that, and this person is somebody that stays for 2, 3 months without a job. So I feel like if you are chasing entertainment, you're chasing to be an actor, you need to do these things and you need to be serious. You know me. Yeah. I see the post monologue. Go to my page. Yeah. This morning I recorded a monologue. And I don't have to. Yeah. But it's just something I do because I'm passionate about it. Yeah. I do a self-tape every now and then I post it. I've seen people, somebody told me how to manage me. I said, what's the problem? He said, you need to stop posting those monologues. You're getting named, they're calling you directly. I said, no. If you come to my page, you will see enough reason why you should call me. And I don't care. I could be Denzel Washington today. If I have time, I'll post that monologue.
I mean, at the end of the day, it keeps you, even when you're not out there, it still keeps you refreshed, refined yourself by yourself.
Then the last thing I would say to actors is don't be desperate. Don't be desperate. A talent is a talent. It remains in you. So long as you continue learning and defining your talent, it would always grow, right? So if you are desperate, sometimes you will hit that frame when you are not prepared. Yeah, sure. That frame you're looking for with desperation, you hit it and you're not prepared. So just go at your pace, find purpose, know God, industries, diabolical, know God, go to church, apply when you can, leave the rest. Don't be desperate. Don't lobby for roles. If you know, sir, call me. That's it.
That's it, right?
If I have to come and grease your whatever, do whatever you need, it's not me. Counts me out. You will not find me there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. That's been a lot of insight, getting to know you guys, experiences, what you do, and everything. All right, guys. I believe you guys are their guests. You heard their advices. If you're trying to go into the um acting space or the interior space, by now you should know what to do. For more info, like if you want to reach out to them or you want to get to like sort of check out what they do more on their page, maybe probably just get to know them more, you can reach out on their social media platform. Franklin.
Franklin Akpoke, AKPOKE. Franklin AKPOKE on all social media.
Okay, that's with Amy.
For my personal page, DEMIAC, CHEEMIASI. For my businesses, graceville.co and Graceville Interior Design. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, guys. It was great to have you. Also, guys, don't forget to follow us if you want to see this full episode. Rather, don't forget to check us out on YouTube, Unscripted by Swiflix Media. Don't forget to leave a like, comment if you have to, share your thoughts with us, and please share, and so that other people that will be needing this information score also get it. And yep. Meanwhile, I remain your humble host, and Marty. And don't forget to also follow Swiflix Media on all social media platforms. Until next time, we are out. Peace and stay blessed. Roll.